Welcome back to another episode of the Sunless Citadel. We have just gone down deeper into the Citadel. How deep can it be? Join us as we begin to fight out this room, this new strange environment. Stay tuned. Alright, let's roll initiative.
Damn.
Sir Benton rocking that too. Right.
Get him, sir.
Man, what would you guys do without Sir Benton?
So Mr. Room all over again.
I don't know. I think we'd probably be alright.
Oh, we wouldn't have.
I take offense to that.
We wouldn't have a lot of healing though.
Alright. Callan's go.
I have 15. Is this considered natural terrain?
No. Heather.
This
12.
man-made room that we established was a man-made.
And Raphael.
16.
Alright. Let's see where they stand among you.
They all roll ones.
We start with Raphael.
Perfect.
There's a pair of skeletons in the room with
Do either one look more better than the other? Or they
you. More better. Can you describe?
more heavily armored.
Is one
Better.
shambly?
No.
No. Okay. So just Eldritch Blast. The one on the right.
Wolf.
Yeah. I'm not level 5 yet. Oh boy. 11.
That will miss.
Figures.
Just throwing interceptions left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Next goes Hazard.
Dude, you let Manny's come to play, man.
Didn't you behind me?
Did
Oh
you
yeah,
have
Callan's
15?
go. Sorry.
Ah!
No, we ignore his numbers.
Throw your spear. Right
Nope.
away.
Throw it.
I am going to rush over and attack the one that he didn't attack.
Okay.
16.
That will hit.
Okay.
Technically, I didn't really attack him.
10 damage.
He's hurting. Well, I mean, he's in.
He's already dead.
He's already dead. So he's dead, but he's still standing. He's still standing.
He's
there.
dead, but he's still there.
Yes, that is.
I'm pretty sure at this point I have a better chance of Eldritch blasting my foot
Next
off
is Hazard.
than actually
I will try to finish off what
someone.
Brandon started.
Yeah.
I will finish what you started.
12.
Avenge me.
No, that is a miss. You.
Avenge me.
It's a very close hit though, so just like goes through the gaping hole where his like rib cage used to be.
Dick.
Why don't you have a body?
I'm used to fighting meaty things. And then
Where are your
the
organs?
skeletons react. So one will go towards you, the one that you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Too weak. Fall apart.
Oh, he'll crit you. Yes.
Oh
That's
my god.
nice. Well, it was nice knowing you. Thanks for playing. Oh, it's okay. You're just gonna take 9 damage. 2. Don't worry. And then the other one will attack Callan Scale here. He'll miss. But you feel like in this like fungusy room, you know, those saplings, and like without taking notice, you feel something kind of like slap you, like kind of like a stick, like hitting you in the back.
Perception?
Sure.
Go on.
No, I don't want to see shit.
Yeah, you just kind of ignore it as it hits you in the back. You're just like, what the heck was that?
Butterfly. That's way back.
And it does X amount of damage. Oh, it does crap damage. It's gonna do 3 damage to you.
Yeah.
The stick?
Stick? Does 3 damage?
It tapped him on the back. I'd hate to see it hit him.
We just sever one of his arteries? Like, what the hell?
Sir Benton feels like you hear like a big like snap as you hear like a twig or like a stick almost hitting like Sir Benton in the back of his shield, or on the back of his plate. So like wood on metal, you hear a giant bang,
Get away from the walls.
and you look over and it's just
Are we close to the walls? Me and Serpentin?
no, you're right in the middle of the room.
We're fighting ants now?
Next to the order is Serpentin. Confused, he will run up to your skeleton and try to attack it. Oh my God, Serpentin! Welcome to the game.
1.
I do. All right, he'll do minimum damage. 5 damage. Thanks, buddy.
I'm here for you.
Then we have Raphael.
So I'm going to step because the skeleton's in melee with me, correct now?
Yes.
So I'm going to step back and I'll just blast him.
Okay. We're having some technical difficulties on our mage side.
I'm just going to start my card call.
We're having some technical difficulties with our dice.
Green blood.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish off the guy that I had started on.
Breath weapon.
1.
No. I got a 13.
Just breath weapon.
That will hit.
Just breath weapon me that did.
And 8 more damage.
Yeah, he crumbles easily.
Okay.
Pelvic strike!
I pelvic thrust him to death.
Oh God.
No. I'm going to use my movement then to get the flank on the one that Sir Benton is fighting.
Okay. You are now
Just to
working.
give Sir Benton advantage.
just gonna
He
roll
needs
this.
all the help he can
I'm
get.
just going to roll this, and if I go over 20, I hit him.
1.
I'm kind of curious now.
I'll keep going that way. I won't stop.
77.
Okay.
Okay. Next is Hazard.
So, seeing 3 people on the skeleton, I'm actually going to look around for whatever it is that slapped
Okay.
me and Serpentin.
Getting snake slapped.
Is it one of the mushrooms?
11.
So, in the calmness of battle, you don't see anything. Like, nothing seems amiss. You know, you still see the 2 trees and the skeleton, and then the new skeleton on the ground.
Okay, but I see 2 trees.
Yeah. Okay. Next
Shoot the tree.
is the skeleton's turn. So, he will attack
You're not going to do anything with your
Serpentin.
turn?
That was my
Looked around.
perception. That would be a
Oh.
standard.
He will miss Sir Benton. Oh. I want to hit him. Oh no, he hits Sir Benton. Aha! Sucker! Oh, for 1 damage. Can't roll anything but a 1, apparently.
At least you can hit.
Right? At least
Yeah, I mean, at least you can hit something.
1 is better than none.
And then, again, you, since you're, like, looking around, the tree actually, like, just kind of swings at you.
So I see the tree do this now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the tree, guys!
He'll hit you this time. Well, he hit you last time. And he'll deal 5 damage to you
How many
as he
trees are
slaps
there?
you. 2. And the other tree will go on Ifrit's and try to slap him. I assume 16 hits, and he'll do 5 to you as well. I like this purple dice. It's rolling 4s all the time, so we're good. Next is Sir Benton, who will try to attack the goblin.
I've
He has
never,
advantage.
I've never rage quit a roleplay session, and I'm contemplating.
All right, Sir Benton swings, and his paylord becomes just a puh.
Yeah.
And he will crumble that zombie. Crumble that zombie skeleton. To slice it down in 2. Let's see you do this, Green Blood. You cocky little trite.
Killed mine already, sir.
You guys are arguing, and I'm getting my tendons cut by a tree. All right, let's just move on.
Next we have Raphael.
Get good.
You see the tree, like, you know, it came up
It looks
behind
like
you.
it's like animates and
Yeah, it looks like less of a tree now, more of like a
kind of
like a meaty thing.
Like a mean thing.
It's trying to eat you or something. You don't know what it's doing,
Alright,
but it's
so
gonna get you.
I'm just gonna turn around and I'm gonna attempt to Eldritch Bolt.
After you move away from him?
Is it in full melee or do they have reach?
It's in full melee with you.
Is it? Okay, yeah, I'll step back then and do it then.
Burning hands.
Don't.
Don't waste burning hands on a tree.
I don't.
It's a tree.
Hey, at least I don't have to fucking roll. They have to roll.
That's true. Maybe you're pissed off.
Oh my god!
22?
That hits.
All right.
Yeah!
Give him a crit for that. He got a 17.
Oh my god, yeah, it's so close.
13 damage.
Mini crit over there. Yeah, you blast it away.
I'm angry.
Is there an apple left behind?
No. Next is you. Are you gonna go stab a tree?
How would I stab a sapling? Is there even enough there for me to stab?
Yeah.
Alright.
Drop apples. What were you finding apple trees?
Yeah, there's apples down here. Alright, I'm gonna stab this tree. Is it a humanoid? That was a joke.
That was a joke.
11?
I like
No,
how you
that
just
misses.
immediately told him it was a joke. Like, you didn't wait for it to end and start. You just, that was a joke.
Hazard.
I'm going to shift around behind the tree so I can flank with green blood.
Okay.
So I can get an advantage.
Oh wait, I'm flanking with Sir Benton. Hang on. I have advantage.
No, that was the skeleton. Skeleton's dead.
Skeleton's done.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. I forgot what I was attacking. I just...
And I pull my scimitar
I
out!
pull a blindfold over my eyes and just stab at the enemy. Friendly fire's turned off.
You pull out what?
My scimitar.
You have one?
Yes.
Since when?
Since ever. I just have a better dexterity than strength.
I mean,
Okay.
we didn't find out that Chrono had a mace until level 8, so I mean, like,
Chrono to base?
yeah.
Well,
That's what he kept on kill stealing with.
13.
That'll hit.
Yeah!
Oh man, it was
He has
close.
2 hit points left. Oh, really?
6 damage.
You will put it down.
Heh!
You slice it in half and it kind of just withers and like falls on the ground. And that's it for enemies in the room as far as you can tell.
Pull the sword up.
This battle ends and I look screwed up.
Yeah, Raphael, you've sustained quite a bit of damage.
Yes.
So in the minimalist of the light, you can tell that there's two man-made doors. They look solid wood doors. One to the southern wall, one to the eastern wall, and then there's like an opening, like a natural rock face opening to the north, kind of like a cave opening.
Let's head to the opening, but first, Raphael's gonna need to patch himself up a bit. Hazard, you look as though you could use some help as well.
I could use a rest.
This man can't continue.
Yeah, I'm better off than he is.
We should find an area to gather ourselves.
We can wait an hour here. You and I can keep guard.
3 entrances, 2 people. The math doesn't add up, Callan Scale.
Doesn't have to. We won't be attacked from 3 sides. It's not like we're gonna be in here making noise.
Oh, I'm sad. I was just going to say Meepo can guard the other entrance. Oh no!
Rest in peace, little man. Rest in peace.
I hated him, but I miss him.
There's no reason to hate Meepo. He was a good friend.
I like me, bro.
To be fair, at first didn't like him.
I was just racial profiling him. Just didn't like his people.
Sure.
Just being a big old racist.
Big old bigot.
Alright, so you rest in the room. Go ahead and do your healing. What you gotta do?
Do we get the D6 or no?
Yes.
Yeah, you're resting. The question is do you want to take your 8 to get your spells back and stuff?
I mean, if we're gonna sleep, we might as well go back.
Oh, if we're gonna sleep, then
Yeah.
we're finding a lot more defensible area than this.
That's what I mean, because Sir Benton's out of spells. He's
I'm
out
out
of
of
lay on
spells.
hands.
Or well, I have one burn on.
He wouldn't mind like resting. You guys
Yeah.
had a pretty adventurous.
Yeah, well, we're just definitely not resting in this area.
Yeah, if we're gonna rest, we might as well go back to the kobold area.
I mean,
It's a long trek. I think
Yeah,
that if we're
that's
gonna
pretty.
do that,
I mean, that's 80 feet straight up. You got to
Is-
climb.
here's my
along
idea.
with-
take this rest, patch yourselves up. We'll go through that rock face opening and we'll find the first dead-end room we can find. We'll rest there.
Fair enough.
An extra 5.
Okay.
Plus con.
Yeah, I know. 6, 11. So, I mean, it's good though. Almost full. Every single
You need to take Leomund's tiny hut so that we have a resting place at all times.
I don't think I get
Dude,
I got it. I couldn't grab it.
My
Yeah, I
hit
think
points
it's-
area has been erased so many times.
You can hit a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's because every battle I'm almost dead by the end.
Yeah, something always sneaks up on you.
It's not my fault that you have no AC.
Fights you from
I'm a
behind.
wizard!
He's never ever gonna have it.
No! I'm a mage!
Get mage armor, fool.
I can't.
I don't think we'll have it.
I know.
That's the joke.
Pretty sad.
But then again, if I wasn't a warlock, I wouldn't have Eldritch Blast.
True.
So,
And you're nothing about that.
no, because I'd be magic missiling people. But then again, I wouldn't
Hey,
hit
you
anyone.
wouldn't
hit for that.
Alright, let's travel.
So yeah, so the next
I'll take point.
it sounds like you're going into the rough
Spells.
wall face.
Yes.
The northern wall face.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Or, well, do we want to check the doors to see if there's a dead end room in there?
Nah. I think that the likelihood of encountering something hostile behind the man-made doors
That's fair.
is greater. I mean, we might encounter a natural enemy in the natural cave. That's just my thought process. I'm open to discussion.
Well, I'm fine with that plan.
Okay. I'll take point then.
I mean, I'm healed now, so I'm up for... I just
Oh, you
wanna-
healed the full.
Yeah.
The floor is covered. So going into the north, the floor is in this rough cavern is stained and smells of blood and animal musk. Light from glowing fungus
Like perfume.
reveals the eastern niche, which holds a pallet of matted furs. A wide wooden board on a variety of weapons are affixed. A great cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. To the edge of the niche are 2 large nests made of hair, dry fungus, and refuse.
2 nests.
Yes.
Perception?
Nature. I'm gonna
I'm gonna also
see
make
if
a
I
perception.
can identify what this might belong to.
Sure.
Oh no, 9.
General knowledge check.
I make a perception and stare
Sure.
dexterous.
You,
19.
putting 2 and 2 together, you're like, wait a minute, we just fought something that had 2 friends plus of a self.
So are you looking like we're fighting the same things in that room? Is nothing? Is in this room if we're going there? But does it look like a dead end?
Incorrect. I think that this is the dwelling of the bugbear and his 2 rat companions.
Oh.
Meaning,
Probably-
there is a way up to the main level from this level somewhere. Are there any exits here?
No.
This would be the resting place. I'll walk over to one of the nests and just kind of poke around in it with my spear. Just to make sure nothing's in there.
Just like refuse. Just kind of like spills over.
I'm just watching really, really carefully what
There's-
he's doing and
I'm
see
not
if he's
sleeping
going
with
to
that.
jump out so I can try and warn him.
And there's no signs that anybody is in here then.
Correct, yeah. You eliminated the owner of this room.
Okay. You said there was a weapon rack?
Yeah. Affixed to this weapon rack is quite a bit of stuff. You find 2 spears, 6 javelins, a long sword, a great sword.
Holy crap.
So,
And he was using a wooden cudgel?
He was using a Morningstar.
What a lame ass.
What do you mean? It's a club. He's a bugbear.
I'm just
Leave
gonna
him
write
alone.
that.
Lame!
Unless you guys want to grab all this right now, this is a lot of weapons. I'm just gonna write down that all this is in this room so you can come back for it.
Okay.
What we got again?
2 spears, 6 javelins, 1 long sword, 1 great sword.
6 javelins.
Any of this magic?
No.
6 javelins.
1 long sword.
1 long sword, 1 great sword.
I'll take the great sword.
green blood. Perhaps you should take a spare spear.
So I can throw mine. Good thinking, old man.
Or both. Or you could just take the 6 javelins and throw those.
Absolutely not.
It's not like javelins are thrown weapons or anything.
Yeah, but if he throws a spear won't break if he misses. It's just he doesn't have a spear
It's
in his
not
hand.
consumable. Exactly. It's more
Yeah.
sturdier.
There's 6. You might as well just take them. Like, what's the harm in taking
It's less bulk. It would be if he just took 1 extra spear versus taking 6 extra. You know, that's quite a large pack on his back, and he's the one who wanted to travel light. It's up to him, but Sir
Taking
Benjamin.
another spear for sure. I have my longbow, so I don't necessarily need javelins.
Right.
I'm taking the javelins.
You want?
Does a thrown
Oh, I
weapon
can
add your dex to damage?
I'm already
Or
at
is
my
it strength?
Dex.
Yeah, bugbear ring, spear, 6 javelins on, sorry, great sword.
You said that there were furs, like a great black pelt.
Yes. Yep. It looks like it's hanging on like a coat pole.
Do they look like
It's like patchy, so it looks like it's like
a rug?
no. It looks like it was like what he would be wearing if he went outside. It looks like
So
it's like
just like a coat.
yeah.
Oh.
So it doesn't look any like none of the stuff looks
No.
worth anything.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna wear the pelt.
Okay.
Probably smells.
Yeah, it smells really bad.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm not
Make
gonna
you look
wear it.
perception of the room to see if there's
Sure.
anything else that you might be hiding. No. Okay.
I've become
0
a
shits
bugbear.
about perception since
Perhaps,
the day started.
perhaps we can rest in here.
That was my thought as well. I will take first watch.
Right.
So
So
let's make perception checks throughout the night or no?
no. So as you rest,
God.
you don't really need a fire because the fungus around you kind of gives like a nice dim atmosphere. Like it's almost better. Like you try lighting a torch and it gets almost darker because the light of the torch supersedes the fungus light. So it's
So
almost
many trees pop in while we rest.
yeah, just like one just sprouts out of the ground. You're like, whoa, that's odd.
Pops in a pot.
Yeah, that's odd.
The way it's going, won't be surprised.
And
Baby Groot.
how would you like to continue?
We wake up the next morning?
Yeah, you're not dead.
Okay.
Except me, I am.
All right, we did
I was
rest for the night.
slaughtered by the imp.
Who wakes up? Eli Manning?
Oh yeah. Fritz joins us.
It's about time.
Welcome back, Fritz.
I'm so pleased to see me.
I see you've managed to join us for once.
Is anyone ever pleased to see you, Fritz?
He normally is. Although I'm a demon and I still hate your music. I'm
That's
a little
fine.
bit more of a fan than Raphael is, though.
Which direction?
Are you going to be useful today, Fritz?
More useful
No
than
response.
Eli Manning yesterday.
It took a minute to reply.
Then I
Oh.
don't care who joins us.
So
By the way, we should have killed that dragon.
I thought hard about it. I had a nightmare about it last night.
Because the only possible explanation is eventually that will be used against us. And I think inside you know that.
I have thought silently to myself about trying to restore the draconic faith that once existed here, but ultimately decided that would probably not be a good idea.
But that will not happen while it's under a ritual spell from the cults.
Nor is it a good idea for anyone to worship a white dragon.
Correct.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I've already proven my superiority.
As long as it does not grow.
Who would like to toss a coin to determine which door we will proceed through? I've 2 gold pieces.
We got one on the left, one on the right.
One to the south, one to the east.
Okay, south is 2.
East
One.
it is.
All right.
Be sure.
Oh, intercepted.
You're supposed to flip it like this.
One.
East
Still.
it is.
It's one on both sides.
Check out my new one-sided die.
It's a one-sided die, but it is not loaded.
You use it for throwing shuriken in 3-5.
You enter this room, and it's a long chamber. There's two.
Not interested.
There's 2 rows of dragon-carved marble columns march length of the hall, mostly completely covering the luminescent fungus. Or
Do they
almost
look
completely
similar
covered.
to the other dragon columns that we encountered on the upper floor?
Yeah, similar. The cobbled floor is cracked and stained, and on it sit many wooden tables. The contents of the tables include mortars, pestles, small tools, bowls filled with crushed leaves, chopped fungus stalks, and other plant specimens. Many of the doors leading off this hall are partly open. So, from a quick glance, just like looking into this, you see, your eyes catch these huge marble columns, but you also see, like, off behind them is 3 sets of doors on each side, which, like it says, they're kind of cracked. They're all cracked open.
Am I?
No initial enemy, no initial moving things at first glance.
No.
Am I able to do a knowledge nature on like these like mushrooms and stuff like that to see if they're poisonous?
Sure.
Maybe let's just see if he sees something in the room. I'm just gonna go in on the perception.
19.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna kind of check like the plants just to see if like they'd be poisonous if we were to eat them, or if they were actually do some like positive.
Yeah, they're like a light source in this dark, subterranean place.
Just like there's certain things where like if you eat them, they'll just like heal you or do different
Yeah.
things that are otherwise they'll be poisonous and kill you. So
I'll percept as well. 18.
yeah, might as well do it. 19.
There doesn't appear to be anyone in the hallway or in this great room.
I don't hear anything. Like
I mean,
off
it's
of the adjacent doors or anything?
you hear like a cloud of noise. Like you hear like from one room you hear a little bit of noise. Another room you hear. It's hard to determine what's coming from where.
Oh, we
It
hear
seems
something.
like there's like bustling. There's stuff going on.
Do we check the other door or do we proceed?
Should check the other door first.
Yeah, let's see if we check the other door.
I'm gonna go over and open the other door.
Oh, which door? There's
The
again.
south.
There's 3
Or no,
doors up on the
we're
north
gonna
Check
side.
the east door.
Oh, you're
We're
gonna
gonna go back and
close
we're
this door. Okay, sorry. So going to the south is it opens to this long, 10-foot wide corridor. It looks like it was a passageway at one time, but it's just covered in dust, and it looks like you're the first people to go through here in a long time. Going down, and the luminescent fungus doesn't go down this hallway.
This is not what we're looking for.
Why would it? We have a bustling area over there and then a nothing area. What do I see with my 60 feet of dark vision? Just
You
the
see
10-foot
a hallway.
And does it end with a door?
No.
I say we.
There's a reason why people are not traveling this way in a populated area. I don't want to find out.
We're eventually gonna have to.
Maybe not.
I say we go back to the other room and check those doors. And you said what? There's.
There's 3 doors on one wall.
Perception for
Right.
traps. In this
But we
room?
weren't able to. No, you said there was like rustling
There's no
behind one of the doors.
You hear things going on in.
We can't like determine what door they're coming
it seems
from.
like it's going on in. There's maybe something going on in most of the rooms. Not necessarily, but like.
If stealth is our approach, I am useless.
Same here.
As one that.
I mean, I'm probably. Actually, I have a 3. So I mean, I'm not useless.
I have a 2 and disadvantage.
You are useless, yes. But you have 2? That's not awful. I mean, the disadvantage kind of sucks. If it was like a negative
I have
2,
2 decks. Let's see.
it'd be terrible. But I mean, I just have 3 decks.
Perhaps, being outside the door, perhaps we should scan each room one at a time.
That's my thought as well. Walk down the hall, take peeks in the room.
Either that or there's 4 of us in 6 rooms. We could perhaps each take a room and...
No point in alerting more enemies than necessary.
Why does it always have to be enemies? These are converts to Paylor down here.
No sense in alerting more converts than necessary.
I do not share the same beliefs on that one, sir.
You're all crazy.
So, again, I'll take point.
Alright, which door?
Which is the first door that I encounter?
It would be the northeast, or the northwest door would be...
This is a hallway?
It's like a...
Grand Hall?
It's
What
like,
I'm
remember, it's
imagining.
the size... It's kind of like a grand hall with like 6 rooms on total, 3 on each side.
Okay. And they're open?
They're all like cracked.
So, before you go...
It looks like
door-
they're left open because, people come
Yeah.
to these tools that are laid on these tables all the time. So there's...
So I look at you and I say, I believe if I had any thought process, this would be bedrooms. So I would assume that there's going to be people in every single one of these rooms.
If they're not a danger to us, I say we leave them and keep
Correct.
going. Let's just all take a peek in rooms as we walk down the hall.
As he opens up the door in each room, I'm going to ready a spell.
It's gonna
What
fire
spell?
all at-
What's up?
Poison cloud.
Okay. But that's the thing is, are you going to open the door completely, or is he just going to like poke his head in?
Yeah, I'm just intending on like looking, just
Right.
to see what's there. and
I'm just
then
saying, like, if the door ends up being open because there's like hostiles in there,
Sure.
as soon as they open up the door to come outside, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay. So the northwest chamber is the one you go.
whichever one is the closest.
It would be the
I thought you said
northwest.
northeast, but yeah,
Northwest.
northwest is fine.
That's fine. Let's start northwest. Like as standing outside the door, are you going to do anything before opening?
No, I'm just gonna look in it.
Okay. So like looking in, you not only hear but you see like a lot of pallets or bedding going around. At a quick count, it's in the double digits, and you see a hold of sleeping goblins inside.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave them.
And none of them are
continue.
awake.
Yeah, they're all sleeping. They're all
Cool.
passed out.
We could kill some goblins. How many?
We kill one, all the rest.
I
of them
mean, he
wake
could
up.
poke his face back in there. He didn't really take count.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, if we all go in there and,
I'm done.
At a quick glance, there was what 10? I
Uh,
was estimating.
there's over 10, like, sleeping arrangements, but you're undetermined how many goblins.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
okay.
Okay.
Just
the
anybody
next
else looking?
I'll take a
Or are you
quick
just
look.
letting me weave through
I
the
mean,
hall?
if you're gonna look,
Yeah, I'll
you
take
have
a.
the best eyes of the group. There's no reason for us to double guess you.
I'm just literally like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to see anything hidden. I'm literally just saying, let's walk to the end of this
Yeah.
hall and just.
I'll
peek
take
through
an actual
these doors.
perception after he looks. Like if he looks in there and it's like in this instance,
I just don't want to waste too much time like lingering in the doorway. And
That's fine. So if you look in the door and you see that there's nothing like hostile or like
I'm just gonna
I'm
move.
gonna take an actual perception look while he's kind of walking ahead.
Okay.
So I
So
would deem this as hostile.
They're
In case-
sleeping though.
And I don't know if they all are. In case they have a guard, I would just move on.
Then I wouldn't look then if that's what you want.
I was gonna say I was just gonna move to the next room and just.
so you're just going to go to the next room?
Correct.
To be fair, this is like between the north side of the wall and the south side of the wall. There's like 20 feet of this grand chamber. So like it's not like you can just like go back and forth. Like you.
Yeah, that's why I
Like
said
choose.
like as we're all walking, because if all of us are walking in a line or even like in like sort of like a U, we can just sort of like branch off from formation as a door
Yeah.
approaches and just peek in and see.
Yeah.
So,
So, I'll just go to. a different
Does anyone
door.
want to check out the southwest chamber? then?
Sure. I will.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna peek in.
Okay.
Probably gonna be unfucking.
The closet demon.
Grizzly
make
bear.
Full adult dragon.
Make a stealth check.
A 12.
That's alright.
You poke your head in and you see two goblins like stamping their feet in the middle of the room, and you pull your head back.
And they don't like notice me.
They're busy with their work.
Cool.
Like making juice.
They're doing something.
Okay.
There's just 2 in this room. Sorry, the bloodthirst is coming out.
And then
Worse bloodthirst than I do.
we'll say you're next in line.
Sure.
Do you want the north or the south?
South.
Okay.
Oh,
23.
there you go.
It's for stealth. Yeah. You poke your head in and you see like 3 goblins like around like a deeply breathing like rat. Like it's you can tell like the rat is in like some sort of distress, and you pull your head back.
10 babies.
Dinner.
Heaven babies.
Can I make like I pull my head up. Can I make a intelligence or on why the rat was the way he was?
No.
No.
And then Sir Benton will make we'll make a stealth check. Oh god, guys.
Sir, I'm gonna.
If we're doing stealth, I'm just
Yeah.
just let me.
And there's what,
look
one
at the
room left? There was 2.
There's 6 total.
There's 3 rooms left to check.
So I'll check.
Oh.
I'll check a different one.
Yeah, I'm seeing
You can
you
check
guys.
one, I'll
Seeing
check
you
one.
guys go silently. Me and Sir Benton are just gonna do our best to move slowly down the.
Yeah.
road.
We'll just take our time.
I got 15 for whatever door he's not checking.
Well, which door are you? So you're just gonna continue on the south side and go
Yeah.
to the south.
Yeah, and he's gonna
And then I'll
stay in the
continue on
north.
the other side.
Okay. So you'll go to the south, southeast.
Okay.
That would be the last one.
Southeast.
It looks like this. You poke your head in, it's empty, except there's like a little caved-in part in the back, and you pull your head back, and then you go the north central.
I got a 17 for myself.
Inside, you see a pair of goblins like at work at a table. Like you hear like clinking of like metallic-y things. You pull your head back, and so just the northeast chamber is the only one left. And I assume we are like halfway through the chamber, silently creeping along.
So you only have the one door left to do.
Yes. Along with there is an exit, an exit door on the other side.
Okay.
But these are the 6 chambers that you can check out.
Did you already do it? Do you want to do it, or you want me to?
I'll check out the last one.
Yeah.
8.
Maybe I should have. Well, I would have had the same thing. It was 5.
You open the door and you hear a like a big whiz pop, like a swoop, as like something like you pull on something and something falls and like makes a firecrackery kind of thing in your face, and it's fairly loud, and inside there's no goblins, but there's just a store of other things, but.
Basically, this one was trapped, essentially. So,
Yeah. But with that,
alert.
you hear the other doors start, like, the commotion in them changes from the random things to more, like,
Up and
shouts and, like...
Do we run or do we hide in the store and funnel them in?
Hide in the store.
Hide in the store and funnel.
Good with me. Open the door.
Alright, and with a gusto...
Perception for any more traps.
Jorgen Fist 2.0.
Before we lock in, I'm going to see if there's any traps.
Please
Should
no.
look out for.
Okay.
I already went in, so did I trigger any traps?
Well, I mean, if I saw a trap,
So
I could give you a heads up, you know?
Okay.
Literally, when
Right.
you, like, perceive your way in, like, you see it's, like, littered with weapons. So, like,
Caltrix is
it
in
could
there,
be... Right. It could be,
Sorry.
you can't really tell what's a trap or what's not, but there's a whole bunch of, like, pointy things, like, pointed toward the door.
So I
And, we usher ourselves in.
immediately
Do you
look
close
at
the door behind you?
No.
I immediately look at you and I say, us two in front. I have burning hands, you have breath weapon. Funnel them in. It's the best plan we got.
Allow them to come in then.
Correct.
Don't stand in front.
But then I'm going to burning hands whoever's in front.
I'll move,
Okay. Okay.
and then I'll fill in.
Okay. So you and Sir Ben in front then.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a deception like I'm stealing their stuff.
We're definitely going to steal their stuff.
Right, but I want them to know that I'm in the process of
Preferably
stealing their
would want them
stuff.
dead first.
That way, like, they're like, oh shit, we need to get in there and stop this guy. A further incentive to funnel themselves in.
I see.
Okay.
19.
You are deceptively deceptive, and make
Me too.
you start like loudly like piling it into pile. It's clear you're ransacking the room, and you hear a lot of commotion on the outside, and you hear in common you hear something just like, "Come on out."
Not taking your loot.
We gotta finish packing up in here first.
So I look at you. I look at you and I start motioning to me opening the door, and you. Because they're good. I mean, most likely, not for sure, but most likely they're all going to be just standing outside the door waiting for us to come up.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, once they send a few in and we kill them.
Yeah. Well, let's just wait and see what happens. They might just sit out there and just wait for us to come out. Like we're in a closed room.
So
Tell them we give up. And then they can come in and get us.
one of the goblins opens the door
Oh, never mind.
and roll initiative.
Yeah!
Here's the plan. We're gonna keep closing this door.
It pulls it out into the hallway. It's not
That's
like it pushes
fine.
it.
We're gonna keep...
Okay. What did you get?
6.
17.
And Ifrit?
23.
How many do we see when the door opens?
You
One.
see...
Just one lone guy.
I'm here to
You
arrest
see,
you.
like, out the doorway, you
Citizens
see, like,
arrest.
2 with, like, bows and slings, like, ready to shoot into the room. And what's around the corners, you're not sure.
How big is the room?
Your room?
Yeah.
20 feet by 20 feet.
Perfect. I'm just moving to the side of the door.
First is Raphael.
I'll just blast the one that opened the door.
He's around the corner. He like pulled it open, so you don't see him. All you see is 2 goblins like behind, with one with a bow, one with like a sling.
that move out of the way.
Yeah, well, actually, have one of them make a Constitution save. The one on the right.
The sling one will make a Constitution save.
That way.
Of what?
That is a good question.
I think 13.
I think so too. Yep, 13.
13 it is.
So,
You passed.
you passed.
Did you guys just tie?
Yeah.
He's the attacker though. The attacker was the attacker.
I rolled
Yeah,
the
done
save.
that way.
I rolled the
Previous
save.
sessions.
Yeah.
Actually, that's how we've usually done it. So.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's fine.
Your
Then
list
you're fine.
sounds Right. I don't know
So,
if
wait,
that's...
does it hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
You're fine.
11 poison damage?
Yeah, he coughs up some. You blow your secondhand smoke like
Yeah.
across the room.
So I just
Smoke.
Isn't that like next? I thought you had to be like next to him to do that one. No, that's the range. I knew you said that it.
It's 20. It's only a 20-foot range though.
Okay. Next is.
But I assumed that they were within.
Yeah, you're fine.
Does he die or is he still?
Yeah, he dies. He coughs himself to death.
So he just throws up his lungs and dies.
Hazard, just as like a hole. just oh god, just pukes up all of his standards. Wonderful.
I have poison too.
I'm gonna shoot the one.
That was an amazing response to that.
Wait, isn't yours acid?
No, it's poison.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
That's why I always said it's
The other one
like a
is
gas.
That's fair, okay.
What?
the one that's still
Yes.
standing.
I thought you said I'm gonna
22.
shoot
That hits.
myself.
Oh, my leg!
Yeah, max damage. 9.
He's hurting.
That would suck. So this guy just opens
Can I
up the
move to
door.
the side?
One of his guys just throws up his insides.
I moved behind the pile of weapons I was making.
And then the other one just gets hit in the throat by an arrow. Oh shit!
Next is Sir Benton. Sir
With
Benton
your
draws his sword and like runs out.
Sir,
in the hall.
no!
He runs out?
Yeah, he runs out. And he
He can die. if he doesn't want to stick to the plan.
What happened? I mean, we even told him about our breath weapons.
and you see him like in the doorway, like attacking the one who opened the door.
Oh, he's doing good.
Yeah, but if there's some on the other side of the...
He's strong.
He will hit. Ah. Here you go, Sir Benton.
Probably just about.
Oh,
Sounds like
he
a-
will
there.
drop with a great swing. You see like blood fly off his sword on the
Nice.
downstroke.
Good job, sir.
He's carrying the team.
Now close that door.
Close that door. Next is Kalinska.
I'm gonna draw my longbow.
I'm just
It turned into sort of short.
Let me show you how it's done.
Get the whip out.
You gonna finish off the one I almost murdered?
Indiana
Yeah, I'm
Jones.
gonna shoot at the one that he almost murdered.
Okay. Is it really murder?
Oh, 10.
No, you miss. You're like, I'm not proficient with this.
And then I'm gonna move to the side.
Okay. They go. Seeing Ifrit's standing there after an Eldritch bolt,
Who's the one?
he will shoot you. Yeah, I think a 16 hits.
Yes.
Just barely. Nexia.
Then you can take max damage of 8. As he pierces you.
Just take one.
Just take one.
DR7.
Yeah, that's the Warlock level 2 ability. You get DR7.
And then you hear,
Every
you see,
so I'm
like, Sir Benton's still, like, in the doorway. You see him,
Technically-
like, kind of shielding himself. As
Technically, I only take 2.
X amount of
That's
them.
my temporary hit
Attacking.
points.
There's a couple out here. Could use your assistance.
How many is a couple, sir?
There's 3 on me. There's some moving in the back.
That's why we said stay in the room.
He did well. He meant well, at least.
What do we do? Breath weapon him?
Next
That's
is
two.
Raphael.
Do your thing. You're already hurt. Think of all the temporary hit points you can get.
It doesn't stack.
I'm just, I mean, they're gone from the arrow shot anyways. I'm just gonna Eldritch Bolt, or Eldritch Blast the one that just shot me.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't use that on that. That's an actual, it's not a cantrip.
It's only if
15?
Fritz have that?
Yeah. 15.
But they both
Wow, that
have
hits.
Witch Bolt and Burning Hands.
Correct. Well, Burning Hands is just from the Fiend
Yeah.
proc, but
And
they both
Raphael
have
has...
they both have Witch Bolt. And then Raphael has
Raphael has
Frostbite and Hex. What am I doing?
Ifrit's took Fairy Fire.
He just like put it at various.
7.
Cute.
7 to hit? 7
Yeah.
damage?
No, it's 7 damage.
Yeah, you drop him. And we go on to Hazard.
But I see no enemies out there.
You see no enemies. I mean, you're behind a wall.
No. I
Benton's
don't know if there's
lying.
anyone else standing out there.
Benton's lying. There's nothing
Actually-
out there.
Can you check and see if temporary hit points can overheal you, or does it just put you up to your max?
They can overheal you, but they don't like heal you. Like they're
Right.
just like a static number.
Yep.
They can go above your normal healing, but they are not cumulative.
Right. So like, cause I got the one for killing the first one, so I got 5 from that, and then I took the arrow shot.
Mm-hmm.
So the 5 went away from that, and then 3 went
Continue
to my
grabbing more
So then you'd
actual
be
hit points.
essentially +2.
Correct.
Put him in the pile. Keep grabbing the while the goblins hide up there like sissies. 22 deception. Shut the door while you're at it.
As far as you know, they're deceived. Next is Sir Benton. He'll take another great swing. I can't close the door by myself. He'll kill one, potentially, as long as I don't roll a 1.
Don't say anything, Brendan.
Oh yeah. You see more blood fly off his sword. By Palor's grace.
He's on a rampage.
Back up, sir.
Yeah, he'll take a 5-foot step back.
And why can't he close the door by himself?
Because there's goblins in front. There's like goblins in the doorway. Like he would provoke multiple attacks.
He just killed the one, though, right?
Yeah, there's multiple goblins.
Wait, so there's
He already
three
said,
on
yeah.
top.
So they're hanging out behind the door.
They're around the corner. You are in the last room. You know, there's only 2 that could stand behind and shoot at you, and the rest of them are around the corner.
Well, maybe just
Well,
go out there and breath weapon them.
They've funneled enough! Is it my turn?
Yes.
What?
My phone's not charging.
Oh.
That's alright.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just poke my head around the door and breath weapon a 15-foot cone.
Okay. Right in front of you, there's still 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then behind them, there's like 2 or 3, and then like going out the door you came in, you can see some of them like running out that way.
Okay, how many can I hit?
You can hit the 2 right in front of you. The rest of them are like in the process of retreating.
Oh, they're not
They're
coming to
running
attack
away.
us.
They're going somewhere.
I don't care. So they have to make Constitution saves.
I really hope that they're not going to kill their captors.
Of
13.
1 fails, 1 passes.
Okay. Oh no, I do 8 damage.
Half to the other one.
Yes.
So you drop one. The other one, like kind of like. You still take some damage.
No.
He coughs and oh no.
And then
Not again.
he
That's not what
will
happened to the last guy!
he will swing his scimitar at you. I'm assuming a 14 doesn't hit.
Correct.
Yeah, it hits anyway.
I'm not impressed.
And
I
then,
don't go by that.
and then 2 more in the back as like they're covering their retreat. You see like stones pelt off Sir Benton.
Throwing stones?
They're slinging stones.
Oh.
One of them will be enough to hit him,
Get away from us.
and he'll take some more damage.
Full on Mary and Pippin in it.
I'm not feeling well.
Raphael, they're
Kill
retreating.
yourself, sir.
What?
Yes, destroy them.
Okay.
Next is Raphael.
So I'm gonna go out the door and Eldritch Blast one of them that's running away.
Burning hands.
What? I can't
There's
hit
only
anyone. It's
one
only
right
50
away.
foot cone.
There's only one in front of you.
Yeah, why don't you run out to where they are and catch a bunch of them in burning hands?
Would I be able to get that far? I don't know how far away they are.
The hallway's pretty far. You wouldn't be able to run
Oh,
that far.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
Remember,
in
it's like an 80-foot hallway.
Yeah, I just thought that they were in closer proximity.
No, they're like out at that door, like
Oh, okay.
scrambling to leave.
Okay.
Which you should have slaughtered them one room at a time.
Yeah,
Now
24.
they'll leave us alone.
Yeah, that'll hit.
8.
11.
He's like running away and just like you just shot in the back.
Do the ones running away look like commoners?
Yeah.
Is that perhaps
Oh.
why they're retreating?
Yeah.
I do it anyways.
Good.
I'm impressed. We're fine.
He's more inclined to kill those that are
I'm more
fleeing.
inclined to kill
Hazard.
innocents as Empress. He doesn't care.
So there's only one fighter then?
It's
out there?
essentially.
One fighter in front and then a couple of behind slinging
And
stones.
he's wounded.
So I'm just like killing women and
You're firing over the combatants to kill the people.
No, I know.
Okay, you miss.
Keep doing that.
Sir Benton will just run up and just like do like a Hail Mary stab at him.
Wasn't really planning to get this evil this soon.
And he will do the job. He just like full on like Spartan stab with his longsword right through the throat. And with that,
I like your style.
the rest of them kind of like flee. They full on like flee the scene. They're outie.
I'm throwing a spear at one. As the...
All right.
Oh no, I have my bow out. I'm gonna shoot at one.
I'm gonna try to Eldritch Blast.
Okay, well he's the only one up in the order.
I thought
they
that,
got
like,
they
I
got to
thought-
turn in between.
Fuck. 9.
You go wide of your target. You Eli Manning that.
It's Ifrit's day to day, not Raphael's.
Practice.
And
You have to teach me how to use this sometime.
Wait,
the area
Should have
seems
thrown a spear.
You guys need your arrows soon.
the area seems secure.
Oh, they ran?
Yeah, they're gone.
I want to go after them.
Well, they're manufacturing something.
We should see where they were going if we have the chance. Like while they go out the door, can I make a double move towards the door?
Sure. I mean,
Just to
you're
maybe
out of
see
you're
if-
out of combat. Yeah.
If we
I'm
were
just
to
gonna-
double time it, could we keep up with them?
Yeah.
I just want to see where they're going in
Yeah,
all
me
of
too.
this. Like where the hell are they running off to?
Sure. You like go out into the next room and you see like half of them already up your rope as they're climbing up.
Let them run.
Go.
Actually, I'm going to wait there for. You said they're going to climb me up the rope.
Yeah. They're like most of them are.
I'm
already,
eyeing up a dead-eye shot to shoot the rope.
Yep, I was gonna Eldritch
No.
Blast, but
You
target
need
the
to get back
rope.
up there.
There's a way up.
You hope there's a way.
I
out.
can't even hit goblins. You think I'm gonna hit a rope?
Well,
20. Nat 20.
If you don't hit it, I'm gonna try to hit it.
So I might as well. Robin Hood!
Wow!
Holy
Go! So how many are on the rope?
I want to shoot one through the head while I split the rope.
You. I don't know how to describe this. You hit the rope perfectly, and like all the goblins that are below that section of rope, fall on the ground. So there's 4 disoriented goblin commoners on the ground, like disoriented, and they like are bleeding for their lives
Burning
at this
hands.
point.
They dropped 80 feet. How are they not
No,
dead?
Hey,
you can only see
Hey.
so far up into the.
all of them need to make dexterity saves.
God damn it!
Check 13 still.
Yep.
None of them pass.
How many are there?
4.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, the rest of them were past the point. They're
Oh,
quick
so there
enough.
were only 8 left.
10 damage.
You roast all of them alive.
So
So he shoots the rope, they all fall.
we killed 4 by the door.
And Ifrit just commits mass murder.
1.
No, you killed 6 by the door because
6 by the door.
I like
Because,
that you killed
he-
you shot over
Servant
the
took
warriors.
6 by the door. 1 that was leaving,
Yep.
which is probably a commoner.
Well,
Yep.
we need to
And
take
then
a
4
break.
more
I have to
Yeah.
piss.
So 5 commoners and 5 regulars.
as far the rest of them
Yeah.
scurried up the rope.
I'm gonna go just like whatever and then grab the rope and
Sir Benton kind of like looks at
I'm
both
sure
of you,
he's pissed.
Like,
I'm
kind
sure you're
of,
pissed.
with a very disapproving look. Was that necessary?
Deal with it, old man.
I'm not
Perhaps not.
I'm not against the killing of the goblins, but the rope, I hope there's a way up.
But the killing of the rope.
And how did you hit the rope and not a goblin?
So, while I'm burning handsing them, the veins and like the marks and stuff like that you've seen on me, it starts glowing red. Like something's going on.
Well,
Perhaps not necessary, but a lesser goblin population is never a bad thing, no?
might as well go get our loot. So I'm gonna go back and check all these rooms out, because this is all, at least unless you guys, this is our loot, unless you guys are like, no, then this is my fucking loot now, so. So I'm gonna go to the armory room to restock up on some arrows.
Okay. You find a vast variety of arrows, enough to stock your quiver.
Okay. And then, what else do I see now while I'm, grabbing arrows?
It looks like this is where they're storing all their extra arms for both these goblins and probably the goblins that were above you. You see 5 battered scimitars and 6 short bows as well.
Okay.
Don't speak ill of the dead, Greenblood. Your soul is still...
Is rat edible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go check the rat room out.
So the south central chamber, where you saw the rat chain up,
Sir, forgive me, but I don't think these goblin souls ascend to Paylor's light.
I had no intention of trying to convert, but rather was such a cruel way needed to end their lives.
It was a statement.
I thought it was pretty cool minus our escape route.
There's another escape route. They have to be getting in and out somehow.
I hope so.
They're going into the 7 layers of hell. They might as well get used to fire.
I've heard enough from Ifrits today.
On that note, I'm opening the door to see what happened to the rat.
Sure. When you open the door, you see the rat still, on the table, heaving, and, it doesn't look like a normal rat. It looks diseased. It looks like it has, tumors, growing out of the body. And these aren't, normal, just cysts. These are, woody, fruit-like tumors. And it smells terrible, and it looks terrible, and you're just like, whoa.
It looks like he's alive.
Yeah, he's breathing. He's suffering.
I'm just gonna shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna also do
Double bow attack.
Yeah,
now that I'm Robin Hood.
You don't need to. He's not moving.
It's a coup de grace, so you just do damage.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's dead.
Strange.
Well, that doesn't look edible, even for a rat.
On the south side, though, while you're looking around, you do see a crystal vial, which has an elixir in it.
Can I do knowledge nature to find out what these tumors are that are on it?
You wouldn't know.
Okay.
So, crystal vial.
Does it look like it was being
Or
experimented
something?
on?
Yes. What'd you say?
Crystal vial or something.
Yeah, with some sort of fluid inside.
Are we able to
So
do
until I
a taste
identify
test thing?
it's just of something. I don't know.
Are we able to do a little taste test type thing? Where we
Yeah.
can taste what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay. It appears to be kind of slimy, but also it doesn't really taste like anything.
Okay. But it doesn't do anything to me?
No.
I suppose it's just taste test one today.
I'll identify it when we have 10 minutes
Yeah.
to sit down.
Yeah. Let's not waste time in these rooms. They're empty. Let's continue. We'll come back and loot these on our way out.
I'm just making sure there's no other goblins hiding in here. I was looking for food.
Let them hide.
But that rat was clearly not edible.
I have rations if you're hungry.
I was just making sure we were good to go. Because this is our area now.
I have 10 rations. I can feed us for 2 days.
Do you really? Wow. How do you eat 10 rations?
What other rooms were there then, though? I just
have
out
two,
of
but 10.
knowledge.
Did you buy those?
I mean, this one
Oh, give Robin
and
food.
probably the
And then he murders poor people.
the one where the goblins
That's how-
were stamping their
that's how the
feet.
legend goes.
Those were probably the most noticeable.
What is in that room? Because I want to know what they were stamping their
Do you want to go in there? And
Yeah, I'm
find
gonna
out?
open that door.
Technically, you're an accessory.
Alright.
Open that door.
You open it, and it looks like there's like a kind of like a cask, like a half a cask, and you could tell that when you looked in, the goblins were on top of it, and they were stamping. And it looks like there's just like little casks of this liquid sealed up around the thing.
Making wine.
Yeah, goblin wine.
Making elf pudding.
Does it look like the goblin wine I have with me?
You took
Yeah, I
that.
have the goblin wine still.
There you go.
I was gonna sell it.
It does look like goblin wine.
Did you take the elf pudding too?
Yes, I have that too.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh.
Disgusting. Let's go.
So this is where they made their goblin wine.
Want to get drunk?
And the bedroom,
Already am.
I'm gonna open it and just see what's in there. I assume 10 beds,
Yeah, inside there's
Fashioned
16
number
beds.
idea.
16 belts.
Yeah.
Just enough to murder
And
a
the
bunch
other
of
rooms.
people.
We'll go to the next one.
That was right.
They're all empty now.
They're all empty now.
I mean, minus the contents in them, there's no goblins inside.
No goblins.
That was-
Armory, kitchen, wine room,
Mm-hmm. Well done, man.
quarters, and no escape route and dead goblins.
There's nowhere else to go.
No, you have the
Where's
door
the
to the
exit?
hall.
Door at the end of the hall. That's where we're going.
Yeah. So as you go through, there's nodules of luminescent fungus hanging from the ceiling and the walls, and grow in clumps on the flagstone floor. The light illuminates portion of grand brass relief carvings on the stone walls that aren't covered with fungus, because fungus can't grow on brass, obviously. The carvings depict dragons of various stages of raining down fire on terrified people.
What is this reference?
Whoops! Ifrit, you've been here before.
Soil and compost
I
cover
forgot.
over the chambers with a variety of feeble plants trying to grow. A bench containing simple
Destroy
gardening
them.
implements stands on the west wall.
I have no memory.
That's it?
Yeah, and so it's kind of like a cross, this room. It's a big chamber that's kind of like a cross. So like straight ahead of you there's a door, and straight south there's a door. Along with the nice fanciful walls.
Yeah. Well, let's just continue ahead.
I'll make a perception.
Which way's ahead?
You said
There's-
that there was a door ahead of us.
There's a door to your left, a door ahead.
Almost.
So, you're in one part of the cross. You go to the center. Door at the end of the south wall. Door at the north. Door in the front.
I got a 10 for perception.
Continuing to walk straight is my goal.
I'm looking for traps. I'm not looking for traps.
I will do the same.
You're not looking for traps either.
I believe my roll is still highest at 10.
No traps.
I'm leading the way. And I'm just continuing straight, unless somebody wants to stop me and say, go left or right.
Nah, I'm good.
Alright.
For now, at least. I just want to find a way out.
As you enter, luminescent mist blurs the edges of this octagonal chamber. Nodules of glowing fungus dot the stone walls and ceiling, as well as gaps of toadstools and mushrooms, small polyps, puffballs, and lichen. The humid air reeks with rot.
This is the room we just entered.
This is the room you just entered. So
Just
it's like an octagonal
room and there's no one in it.
There's no one in it. correct.
Nothing in it at all. Just
Are
fungus.
there any exits?
Just the one you came in. And there's it looks like almost like an arboretum. Arboretum. Ah.
A
I'm gonna-
burrito.
I'm gonna take a look for anything out of place with a 21 perception.
It looks like, in all these, like, the walls, it looks like there's, like, a lot of holes in the walls. So,
Okay.
like, you could go poking around in the holes, see if there's anything in there.
I'm just gonna turn around. Seeing if there's no people in here, I don't know. The holes in the wall make me think arrow trap.
Uh-huh.
Not interested.
Nope.
So if you guys want to, go ahead.
Can I do a
But
closer inspection
I
from the door?
take a
to
look
see if
around.
it's a trap?
See nothing leaving, and I just turn around.
Specifically looking
See
for
nothing
traps.
living,
12.
not leaving.
As far as you know, there's no traps.
I will go with him. I'm basically just following you.
Because I'm the man.
Sure.
You're a beach shield.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
And I don't think
Wait.
he wants to be left alone with
'Cause
Sir
I s-
Benton right now.
Because I sold
No.
the
Sir
dragon.
Benton, come with me for a second.
Benton, don't trip that trap.
yeah, I'm pretty
Alright,
sure
he'll come
I have a better chance of being
Alright.
killed by Sir
Gonna
Benton
go
than
get the rat.
enemies right
I'm gonna
now.
bring the rat over and I'm gonna throw it in the room.
You're gonna take what?
Sir Benton doesn't really want to touch this diseased rat.
I'm gonna put rope on it and I'm gonna drag it in there.
Okay, you throw it in the room. Nothing.
It lands in the...
It lands in the room. It floats like a wraith and is like ready to attack. No,
Alright.
nothing happens in the room.
Hey,
It immediately gets animated.
It
I
is a
really didn't. I
revenant.
cut off the part of the rope that was on the rat.
Yeah,
That rope's
yeah.
no more. That part of the rope's no more.
Hey, quit ruining our rope!
Oh, jeez.
I use like a foot. Get over it.
Where'd you next?
Left. So, turning around and going left, which would have been the right path.
So you're going south.
Yeah, I'm unsure of which direction I'm
Yeah, you're kind of turning yourself around. So you enter the room. It looks the same, except it looks like there's a pack of goblins in here attending the garden, and they all turn at you and kind of like charge at you with their.
Hold! There's no need to die here.
What?
Does that
Now
help them at
you're.
all?
They kind of like halt, out, and start squawking at you in goblin.
Ask them what they're doing.
I'm disappointed in you, Greenblood.
I walk forward.
Just learning.
It's not like you, green blood. And I shoot an arrow at one of the goblins.
That works! I'll roll initiative.
So roll your attack.
Why is
Oh,
Sir Benton in this party?
12!
Okay, you miss. But
So initiatives.
Yeah.
You have advantage.
initiative.
It's a surprise attack.
Oh, yeah. Crit!
Robin Hood.
I don't think it's really a surprise attack considering they're like seeing you.
That's fair.
It's not like you snuck up on them.
Oh
They're
my
like
God.
I
charging
was
you,
gonna
and he's like,
attack
"Wait!"
them.
And they're like,
I was gonna attack him, then I pull my bow out and shot him in the head.
"You're not that fast."
Well, anyway, I mean, I was with my bow out. But no, if that did work though, that would have been
A
a
max crit.
that would have been a max crit.
What is your
Initiative.
initiative? Whoever has it
I have
ready.
15.
Oh, nice. Everybody has 21.
What?
23.
17. We all got really good initiatives.
Well, that was technically my crit one, so I just took my second
And
roll. Fair enough, since I showed my initiative roll.
Hazard.
Leave one alive for questioning.
Oh, this is gonna burning hands again, but never mind.
How many other?
4.
Perfect. Burning hands.
Cool. 22
That'll hit.
for 6 damage.
He's hurting. He's standing there with his like hoe, and he's like ready to hit you.
I move back behind Green Blood and Sir Benton.
Next is Sir Benton. He kind of just turns and walks out of the room. It's like, I've killed enough goblins for today.
They attacked us, sir.
He was there. He saw what you did.
Well, they charged us at first.
They stopped.
None of us speak Goblin.
I do.
Since when?
I always speak goblin.
Oh, well, I
Forgot.
know that.
But do your diligence and tell these people to lay down their arms.
Too
and
late
leave.
now.
I didn't kill him yet. I just hurt him.
Yes, he's got an arrow sticking out of him. Lay down your arms.
They charged us.
Next is Raphael.
Go ahead.
Have them all make dexterity.
They're spread out. There's not. They're
Okay, they're spread over.
yeah.
over
You
the-
you can hit 2 of them.
No, I'm not even gonna bother them. Everyone make a Constitution save.
Ooh,
13.
does a 14. 14 succeeds.
It does. Doesn't take half.
He doesn't take anything?
Nope.
All right.
That's why you gotta quit wasting time with that and use your Eldritch Blast.
Because then yes, they're all
I've been hit with it though.
Next is Calskill.
Alright. I'll spare one. No, I won't.
You miss.
6.
You miss. Next is
I
them.
really don't feel good about doing this, do you?
I'm gonna approach one though, obviously, as I go to attack.
Yeah, and so 2 of them will stay on you, and the other one will go into the hallway. And I don't. Who's in front
Me.
between you two?
Jamie,
2 of them will break off and like charge.
He
you.
said he stepped back.
Normally he's in front if there's a dim light for the torch, but if there's light, then we're probably
I mean, it's the same bioluminescent light. So I guess you.
him.
Okay, so 2 on you. Advantage. Both will hit. And 2 on the tank. Ooh, thank goodness for advantage. Still can't hit anything. So just you get hit twice. 4 for 14 damage.
I'm almost
Holy shit!
You want to see what they rolled?
dead. I don't care. I'm
Right there.
I'm pissed off at my
Box
tank for
cards.
leaving us.
I'm not the tank.
Cleric,
I'm the tank.
I'm a paladin.
like hazard
I'm the captain.
in sessions matters fuck.
I know. You're gonna. Sir Ben's gonna get an earful.
I was actually thinking of giving him an arrow on the head.
Uh-oh. Next is you.
Bye. Disengaged. Back to the other room.
Alright. Sir Benton's waiting for
Thank you, Sir Benton, for the help.
He's waiting for you out in the hall.
As I'm almost done. And I'm going to heal myself. No, I can't heal myself because I'm disengaged.
Sir Benton will heal you.
Oh my god. I don't want your healing. I'd rather die.
He'll heal you for full. For 11.
I'm gonna heal him. Oh, you're not.
Next is Raphael. Raphael.
Probably fine too.
No, not Raphael.
I'll take him.
Yeah, Raphael.
Alright. I'll just blast one of them. Is there any
No, there's like 2 like 10 feet away from you.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast one of them that's
Yeah.
about
Okay.
10 feet. The last one.
Okay.
20.
Yeah. Okay.
For 5.
Well, luckily it's the one that he wounded previously, and you put him down.
16.
That'll hit.
Alright. Whirlwind attack?
Cleave.
I deal 10.
You drop him.
Alright. I still have 1 engaged with me, right?
Yep, you still have 1 engaged with you. He'll attack, and the other one will step up to you to attack.
There's 2 are dead, 2 are still alive.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, 1 will crit you. Scale.
Oh,
Oh no.
you're getting whole attack.
For 12 damage.
Oh my god!
You just double dice.
The other one missed me?
The other one missed you completely.
Wow.
It was a 20 and an 8. So.
Okay.
Next is Hazard.
Since I'm healed, I'll walk back in and shoot whatever one is by him, since I should be able to see him.
Yeah. 6.
No.
You miss again.
Unless 11 hits.
Next is Sir Benton.
Doesn't
He'll
11 hit? I mean,
hold.
there's commoners.
So then Raphael.
I'll just blast the. Oh wait,
Step back.
yes. Step back. And then
Okay.
Or poison spray, one or the other.
Should have poison sprayed.
Did you miss?
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm adding. Count's go.
Spirit. 21.
That'll hit.
And 9.
That'll drop him.
Yeah.
It's just a goblin.
Okay.
And you put him down.
I'm gonna move to the other one then to hopefully draw his attention.
Sure. With him being the last one, he kind of like disengages and goes in the back room. He says, he's like, putting his hands up, saying like so weapon in hand, but he's like, stay back, don't kill me.
So, I look at you, I say, you wanted one for questioning? Or do we just leave it?
Get, Sir Benton.
I don't know if you want me to go get him right now.
It doesn't matter who goes and gets him.
So I go up by Sir Benton.
I'm not going out by Sir Benton, even though he just healed me after that.
So I say, sir, we have one that we need you to talk to.
He'll grudgingly agree, as long as you don't plan on killing him.
I have no plan on killing him.
Face lie from it, friends.
No, I don't plan on it. I didn't say I didn't want to, but I'm not planning on it.
Oh man, I wasn't planning that.
Sir Benton just kind of comes in with his arms crossed.
Ask them what they're doing.
They have a brief conversation. Some Balik is having them 10 plants here.
Balik.
The name?
Ask him about the octagonal room we just came from. What are those holes in the wall?
They briefly talk again. There's something there, some goblin word. There's something in there.
A trap?
No, there's a creature.
Ask, if you don't mind, ask them if there's another exit. Is there another entrance down here, aside from the pit, the hole?
They talk, he says, not the way we came. Exits elsewhere, possibly. I'm not sure how much we want to trust this one. Nor are you.
Last question for me. Ask him if humans have come down here.
They talk. Yeah, there was a pair. Probably the ones we're looking for.
And where are they?
They're probably with Balik, he says.
Take us to Balik.
Hearing you say that, I mean, he understands common enough. He doesn't he acts like he almost shits his pants when you're talking about that kind of stuff, and he's like,
At least point us the way.
he just points
You're much more
northward.
persuasive than I.
He just points straight out the door, northwise towards the other door.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to show us the way?
Lead us there.
We did spare your life.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh
my god. Clutch.
He says he'll
That's more
take us.
Loki than Robin Hood.
He says he'll take us as far as he can. He's not permitted all the way there.
And then who will stop him?
He does not know the way after a certain point.
Tell him if he doesn't want us to kill any more goblins, he better stop any goblins we come into along the way.
I mean, with your persuasive speech before, he's essentially nodding along, agreeing with anything you say. Yeah, of course, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I have no problem killing goblins. You guys are generally bastards. But
yeah, we are. Yeah,
You're right.
but a few of our party members have made it known that we really don't need to kill anymore if we don't have to. So we're not against sparing you guys if you don't attack us.
He just keeps agreeing with you.
Apparently
What's your
these
name?
Mindless creatures have their uses.
No.
Creature!
It's
Oh, what was his name?
Creature?
Lead the way.
Okay. So with Creature's aid, he leads you into another section of hallway, another where this was a T-shaped room. This is like a elbow, so it's like this, and it looks like it leads to another, what you would assume, arboreum, being the same way. And then he leads you to the door to the north, and he just kind of points in there. He says, "This far we go."
You've done well.
He just runs. Like as soon as you like release him, he just sprints back. He just runs. You have him on a rope.
Get back here.
Get over here.
So this is just a door?
I mean, yeah, it looks like a door. It looks like it looks like almost like another door to an arboreum, but according to him, he's never been in there.
I see it looking nice.
I did make.
Save it
I did make
for
a promise.
somebody else.
I did make a promise to Serpentin.
Let's open the door.
All right.
Thaumaturgy.
What was the name again? I'm sorry.
Creature.
Creature.
Not him.
Oh, Balak.
Balak.
Thaumaturgy to open the door if it's not locked.
The door opens, and it looks like it is just covered in rot, mold, and plants. There's not very many luminescent things here as the other rooms. It looks like there's just like a trail in.
Oh, I forgot to say this. At this point, my face, like from my nose down, is my face is like wrapped. Like I just don't want to like smell like the rot and all that stuff.
All right.
Just in case we come into contact. With,
So a trail of.
Like it looks like it's like a walkway. Like you line the wires, and it looks like it goes in and then like turns the corner.
And what's
And-
off the walkways then?
Just more of these dead, rotting plants.
Oh,
And on the south, it's another octagonal room again. So you're coming in on the south side of the wall. Right to your left, there's a door, but there's like an obvious path the way the luminescent fungi is taking you.
And there wasn't anything else behind us then, right? It was just.
There was one room you did not check. He led you right past it.
Got it.
Probably unnecessary.
Or more goblins that he just didn't make us come in contact with.
Either way, unnecessary. If we're ready,
my RPG makes me want to go check the room. like just my RPG mind.
I put my hand on the doorknob, or door latch, or whatever it's
Sorry.
called.
I ring the
Sure,
doorbell.
it's open. It's not locked.
Yeah, I'm just making sure everybody is ready.
Make sure to ring the doorbell.
Tap the rock next to the door.
Wait, so you're saying we already walked up the trail?
It's not very long of a
Oh,
trail.
okay. Got it.
I just look to anybody for any last minute concerns.
It seems everyone's ready.
Swing the door open, or pull the door out, I'm not sure.
I will have my bow ready in case
Yep.
something rushes us.
I'm also gonna ready a spell.
Okay, as you go in, it leads this like kind of 10-foot wide hallway into this room, and you can see a larger room at the end. And this room is, again, it's like splattered with this luminescent light. And if you want to go in, you can see the...
Yeah, I'm already in.
Okay. Dragon-carved granite blocks line the chamber's walls and ceiling, though many are crumbled and broken, leaving stony debris on the floor. A huge marble statue of a rearing red dragon stands on the curve of the western wall. The eye sockets of the dragon are empty, but a red glow lingers there, providing reddish light throughout the chamber. The radiance casts an inky shadow behind the statue's wide wings. A 5-foot diameter circular tile dark stone set in the floor in front of the dragon statue. Runes are carved around the circular tile's inner edge.
I'm gonna do detect magic specifically on the dragon statue.
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of
Like magic
magic there.
Gotcha.
Transmutation.
I will walk to the runes etched into the floor and see if
You
I
see,
can read them.
you do see a like inscription around it, which says, "Let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit.
While they're doing this, I'm doing a perception to watch out for enemies.
It's a riddle.
Sure.
21.
Okay, you're watching. You got your eyes peeled.
Stand here. Cascade fire upon the dragon. It's my best guess. Illuminate his spirit with sorcerer's power.
If I die, it's your fault.
I'll have a heavy heart.
Shut up, Dick. So,
You're a demon, you're fine.
Is there any other doors in this room?
Yeah, there's a
Make
way.
sure to grant your
It's just
wish
this is kind of drawing your focus.
meanwhile, when he said that to you, you've never heard that before. So, I do what he says. I go into the middle of the ruins area. When I go into the middle of the ruins, does any of the ruins light up?
No.
Okay. And I'm gonna do burning hands.
Okay. Your flame like eats at it, but nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
No. Is this the same sort of thing we found when we came in, Greenbud?
Oh, you mean Ashardalon's ruin?
When you say his name, like you can see like the runes kind of like breathe. Like it looks like they almost like light up for a second and then become quiet. Or then quiet back down. If that makes sense.
So I'm gonna repeat that name because I'm standing in the middle of the ruins.
Okay. As you say his name, like out of the nose of the dragon comes like this fire,
Snot.
just like enveloping you and like turning around you, and in like a huge display of grandeur, and then it just dissipates.
And it doesn't hurt me.
No.
Okay.
In fact, you feel better. You feel more confident.
Okay. That felt good.
It looked awesome.
Surprisingly, it did.
I'm gonna walk over. My turn.
Is the red glow still going?
Of like the eyes?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashardalon.
It repeats the process, a big burst of flame. And again, you also feel really confident, like, oh man, this is awesome.
Servant.
Everyone who wants to do it,
Even the
It does
Oh,
this.
you get supposed to.
it does the same for everyone.
Cool.
Does it do anything to our abilities or anything?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what. If it comes up, it comes up.
Pretty sure I know, but
I guess we'll see.
With the boon of the statue, this is where we're going to end this episode. What have the adventurers found? Are they on their way to Balak? Stay tuned. Come join us next time to find out. And as always, we'll see you at the table.